months ago, one of my best friends died. His name was Sage, and he was 17 years old. But he was a Pacific grant goose that I worked with. And so I stand here tonight with a message to spread, and that is that bird lives matter. There is no trigger warning. There are no feelings of remorse. Gone is the clickety-clack of the talons on the pavement, the flip-flap of wings beating the fresh air, and the gentle kerplop of little webbed feet smacking the pavement. Because all that is left of my feathery friend is the note that juts out of the plastic bag with a lifeless carcass, splayed like a crucifix, waiting to be cut into and ravaged by the slick, silver scalpel of truth that cuts into my favorite bird's gizzard and my heart. Betrayal is not a knife that gouges your emotions. Rather, it's the feeling of emptiness. The emptiness of knowing that the friend who you thought would never break your heart and leave you did. And the emptiness of knowing that a place you once called your home is a place you can't go back to without feeling all too alone. And knowing that the world that you lived in, the bright world and the past, has all faded to gray. Because betrayal is hate, and hate is knowing that I didn't learn about Sage's death for 6 months after it happened because nobody cares about birds. Betrayal is knowing that every tale, every bit of chatter that I wanted to believe about the world was so shockingly false and as empty as the hollow bones of a bird, because the whole world refuses to admit that bird lives matter. Inequality is the knowledge that a white rhino gets a hero's funeral in the world, but a little black bird would be lucky to be flushed down the toilet with his wings curled to fit inside the space because he doesn't fit your so-called definition of a charismatic animal. Inequality is the understanding that there is no fair trial where the defendant isn't allowed to speak, no justice and fairness, no feeling that my truth has any influence on the truth that others can reach, and that everyone still judges the book by its cover. Sage is what I trust in the world, and I can only shudder. It's not okay. It's not going to be alright, because Sage wasn't just any old goose. He may have been the size of a watermelon, but he had the heart of a knight. Sage had a personality like you and me. Visions as far as anyone could possibly see, and every now and then I wondered if he too could dream. If when he was nibbling on those little, small inside pieces of lettuce he loved so much, if he was wondering what it would be like to live with a flock of his own, if someday he dreamed of a world where society didn't clip his wings, where he didn't have to eat a fixed diet of waterfowl chow, silver sides and osteoform vitamins, and chopped lettuce mix. I wondered if he dreamed of a time where his land did not end with crossbars and metal bands on his right foot, a time where he had input in his life and he didn't feel so alone. I dreamed of a time where I didn't know him by name, but the time where people still cared for him the same, a time where he could fly free and live his life without the guns of the police, and they would simply let him be, and now he never will.